In 2014, Westfield, New Jersey, represented the peak of suburban stability. It was a quiet, sprawling community defined by clear skies and manicured lawns. The downtown area was the kind of place where parents felt entirely comfortable letting their kids walk the sunlit sidewalks on a weekend afternoon. Against that backdrop, Derek and Maria Broaddus closed on their ideal home. They bought a massive two-story house at 657 Boulevard, a property large enough for their 3 growing children. But before a single moving truck backed into the driveway, an envelope appeared in their new mailbox. The initial lines read like a standard welcome from a neighbor, but the tone shifted instantly at the end, concluding with a chilling 2-word signature, The Watcher. Before they had even unpacked a single box, their family's safe haven had become an active surveillance zone. More letters quickly followed. The author claimed their family had monitored the property for generations, passing the duty down over decades. The texts contained details only someone actively looking at the house would know. The sender noted the exact movements of the Broaddus children and repeatedly asked one unsettling question: have they found what's in the walls yet? The family immediately halted their move-in plans, contacted the local police, and hired private investigators to sweep the grounds. Investigators scoured the envelopes and the property itself. They found 0 physical evidence, no trace of DNA, and an entirely absent digital footprint. With standard forensics producing nothing, law enforcement fit a brick wall. Identifying the sender would have to rely entirely on deductive reasoning. The evidence points towards 3 distinct possibilities. We can categorize the potential sender as the neighbor, the hoax, or the secret. The first possibility focuses on logistics. To know the specific details mentioned in the letters, the sender required a direct, continuous line of sight to the property, narrowing the field to the immediately adjacent neighbors. The second possibility explores an elaborate prank. The motive here centers on someone deliberately orchestrating a complex hoax simply to terrorize the new buyers. The final possibility takes the letters literally. This theory suggests that the physical architecture of the house contains a hidden void or a buried item that the sender was desperate to protect. Each profile logically aligns with the written evidence, but without a confession, every single theory remains unproven. The psychological pressure worked exactly as intended. The family ultimately sold the home at a loss and never spent a night inside. A decade has passed. The letters eventually stopped, but the perpetrator was never caught. This case reveals a disturbing reality. A predator can operate in the open, hidden behind the facade of a perfectly ordinary residential street. This leaves us with a deeply uncomfortable question. If an invisible entity was monitoring your daily life, what would you do? Let me know which theory you find the most plausible in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into unsolved mysteries.